Privet, bonjour, konnichiwa, assalamu alaikum, ciao, bonjour, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Ken at 10. Well, just looking, we've been doing this for 2 years. Every day at 10 o'clock, we've been coming on live for you at 10 o'clock to tell you all about the property news. How are you? I hope you're doing well. This is Ken at 10, and we are here on Friday. Yes, regular viewers will know I love a Friday. Why do I love a Friday so much? Two things really. First of all, the expectation of the weekend, bit of fun, relaxation. In the old days, it was payday, wasn't it? Everyone gets paid on a Friday. So there's a whole sense of anticipation around Fridays for me. Better than that, if you're involved in property, you'll know that the peak day for viewing property is Saturday. And the reason for that is that most people have their quiet time or time when they can allocate to other things outside of their work on a Saturday. So Saturday for us is a really important day. It's the peak day when we can introduce people to properties, show them around. And Friday is the day when we make sure that anyone that's considering looking is looking through us rather than our competitors. So a really important day for our sales team today. They're on the phones, looking for everyone, making sure that anyone that's possibly thinking of looking at property is prioritizing our property instead of our competitors' property. So if you're on the market and you're struggling, you're not getting the action you want, perhaps you've not got the focus you want, perhaps you've not got the marketing team behind you, perhaps more importantly, your agent hasn't got your back. And one thing I always say here is you've got to feel that. If you don't feel your agent's got the back, then come to us. We'll have your back. We'll make sure we get it done for you. Give us a call. If you're outside of our area, it's okay. You can still call. We can give you some advice. It may not be that we can help you directly, but we can certainly give you a few pointers to make sure you have the most successful sale property. And I'm just working out the statistics actually, but statistically, we are way ahead in terms of the time it takes to take on a property, the time it takes to market and sell a property, and the time it takes from the sale of that property through to completion. We're way ahead. And we can put you in that frame and certainly help you even if you're not in our area. I've just finished recording this week's podcast, the Property Buyer and Sellers podcast. Look up Ken Hume on Spotify or the Property Buyer and Sellers podcast. You'll find it. This week, obviously, it's all about interest rates. If you're a regular listener, you'll know we've been saying for some time interest rates this week are likely to go up by 0.5 point. And yesterday it came true, sadly. We've got another 0.5% increase in interest rates. That means mortgage rates will go up for many people. Of course, if you're on a fixed rate, it won't affect you. This is not financial advice, by the way, seek independent financial advice if you're looking for independent advice on your mortgage. But the reality is if you have a tracker rate, then you're tracking the Bank of England base rate. You will find that directly impacts you by 0.5 percentage point. If you're on a variable rate, it will certainly affect you. The majority of the UK these days seems to be on a fixed rate. And if you're on a fixed rate, it will have zero impact at this point. When you come to remortgage, it may be that rates are higher and you have to pay a bit more. And that's why when the Bank of England raised interest rates, it doesn't have an immediate effect on inflation. It takes years, in fact, a couple of years on average to feed through. So we're here for a while, I think, with higher interest rates. Will this be the last of the increases? No one can really know. One thing's for certain, times are getting tougher. That, together with the fact that heading towards the winter, of course, we've got the fuel crisis, Ukraine, Russia, and all the rest of it, means there's tough times. And tough times mean there'll be less sellers and buyers out there. That doesn't mean the market's going to collapse or crash. What it means is that there'll just be a thinner volume of sales. And the reason for that is supply will be limited. It will be limited because if less people are inclined to sell, then there's less supply. When something comes available, there'll be enough buyers out there, I believe, to sustain the current market levels at least, if not see a small increase, especially here in London. Remains to be seen. It's just an opinion. Love to hear yours. Do comment below and let me know what you think. But I think we're in for a tough winter. Volume of sales will be less. There will still be sales out there. One thing I do know is we're still getting calls from buyers. We're still getting calls from sellers. And so there is still a market there. And if your agent's telling you otherwise, then they're not marketing your home correctly. Apart from that, I hope you have a fantastic day. We're off on the company barbecue tomorrow. Excited about that. Every year we have a summer barbecue for the staff team so they can let their hair down, relax. And we're all looking forward to that. That'll be a great night. And on Monday, we'll tell you all about it. Probably not, actually, because it tends to get a bit crazy. But we'll all have fun. So I hope you have a fantastic weekend and look after yourselves. If you can, your family and friends. Don't forget to check out the podcast, which will be released this morning. Ciao.